guys, it's time for our day 3 math lesson, and we are still working with money, quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. So I have on our board our quarter, which is worth 25 cents. So when we have quarters, we count by 25s. And when we count by 25s, we count 25, 50, 75, 100. That's the easiest one we'll do all year. 25, 50, 75, 100. Then I have our nickel, and our nickel is worth how much? Blow it into your hand, release it. Great job, 5 cents. So when we have nickels, we count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. And then we have our dime down here, and our dime is the smallest one that we'll use, and it is worth how much? Blow it into your hand, release it. Very good, 10 cents. So when we count dimes, we count by 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. And then we have our bronze coin, and it is a penny, and it is worth 1 cent. So when we count pennies, we count by ones. And I hope you guys have been practicing with real money with that. Maybe playing some games like store with your parents or grandparents. That's always fun. So let's start with some practice. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about a quarter. And how to exchange a quarter for other coins. So we remember that the quarter is worth 25 cents. And this says exchange. Exchange a quarter for, and we have 2 dimes, which are 10 cents each. And we have 5 pennies, which are 1 cent each. So if we were to count all of that together, we would have 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We have 25 cents, which is the same as our quarter, which is also worth 25 cents. We can also use nickels and pennies. So here we have 4 nickels. They are each worth 5 cents. And our pennies are worth 1. So we can count this up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 cents. Which is the same as our quarter, which is worth 25 cents. We could also take 2 dimes, 10, 20, and add 1 nickel, 10, 25. So 2 dimes and 1 nickel is also worth 25 cents. All right, let's do a little bit of practice. This says, how many quarters can you make with these coins? So we have a nickel, penny, penny, nickel, dime, penny, 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 nickel, dime, dime. So how many quarters can we make? We know that if we put 2 dimes, 10, 20, and a nickel, that's 25. Okay. Now we have 10. Remember, we always start counting with our biggest one, our biggest number, or our largest value. And in this group, our largest value is our dime, which is worth 10 cents. So 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So all of this together is 25. So we have 10, 25 here. That's worth a quarter. That's 25. We have 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We have 25 cents here, 25 cents here, quarters did we make? We can make 2. We have 25 cents here, which is the same as 1 quarter, 25 cents here, which is the same as 1 quarter. We can make 2 quarters there. Show 3 ways to pay for the keychain. The keychain is 25 cents. If we want to use 1 coin to pay for the keychain, what coin would we use? Blow it into your hand. Release it. Great job. A quarter. And I'm going to put a Q for a quarter. 1 quarter is 25 cents, so 1 coin, 1 quarter would pay for the keychain. If we wanted to use 5 coins, what would we use? Now, we have to put our thinking caps on for this. Let's start with our dimes, because that's the next largest value. So if I had 5 dimes, how much money would I have? Okay, so let's pretend each finger is a dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I had 50 cents, I could buy 2 keychains, but the question is, show 3 ways to pay for just this keychain, this 25. So if I had 5 coins and they were all dimes, I couldn't pay for that keychain with 25 cents because I don't have an exact 25 cents. I have too much money. So we know it's not dimes. So our next one down would be our nickel, which is worth 5 cents. So let's pretend each finger is a nickel. And if we have 5 nickels, let's see where we get. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So if I wanted to use 5 coins to pay for a 25-cent keychain, 5 nickels would do it because nickels are worth 5 cents. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5 nickels, 25 cents. So I'm going to put an N for nickels. This is the tough one. We can pay for this 25-cent keychain with 8 coins. We have to figure out what combination of 8 coins would pay for the keychain. So this is trial and error. We're going to start. If we had a quarter, that's our largest value. If we had a quarter, which would be 25 cents, we could pay for the keychain, but that would be with 1 coin, and we got to do it with 8 coins. So we know we don't need any quarters. So our next one down would be the dime. So if we paid with 1 dime, which is 10 cents, if we added another dime, 10 more cents, that would be 20. And then I only need 5 more cents. So if I added a nickel, that would just be 5 cents. 10, 25. I have 25 cents, but I don't have 8 coins, so that can't be right. If I added 5 pennies, 5 pennies, that's 25 cents, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. How many coins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's just 7 coins, that's not 8. So I'm thinking I don't need this extra dime. That dime is throwing me off, it's too much. So I have 1 dime, which is 10 cents. Let's put a nickel in there. Now I have 10, 15. I'm not at 25 yet. Let's add another nickel. Okay, now I have 10, 15, 20. I have 20 cents. I have 3 coins. Let's use some pennies and see what we get. 10, 15, 20. I need 5 pennies to get to 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all worth 1 cent. So I have a dime, 2 nickels, 5 pennies. Let's see first, do we have 25 cents? 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I do have 25 cents. How many coins did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins. We did it. We used 8 coins. We got 25 cents exactly. We used a dime, 2 nickels, so I'll put 2 ends, and 5 pennies. So I'll put 5 P's for pennies. All right, we did it. That was tough. Now, in your workbook, I want you guys to turn to page 215. And grab your pencil. All right, here is page 215. And it says, fill in the blanks. Number 1, we have a, blow it into your hand, release it, good job. This is a quarter, and it says $quarter. Quarter. I know some of you are asking, can we just put a Q? You can just put a Q, that's okay. Its value is, how much is a quarter worth? Blow it into your hand, release it. Great job, 25 cents. All right, this is a quarter. Its value is 25 cents. Exchange 1, this is our little one. Remember what it was? Great job, it's a dime. It's worth 10 cents. Exchange 1 dime for how many pennies? How many pennies would it take to equal 10 cents? Blow it into your hand. Release it. Great job. 10 pennies, because pennies are just worth 1 cent. So we would need 10 pennies to equal 1 dime. Exchange 1 quarter for how many nickels? We know a quarter is worth 25 cents. So how many nickels do we need to get 25 cents? Let's pretend each finger is a nickel. That means each finger is worth 5 cents. Very good. And let's see how many nickels we need to get to 25. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We need 5 nickels. Very good. All right, number 4, exchange 1. What is this? Good job, nickel. For how many pennies? A nickel is worth 5 cents. How many pennies do we need to get 5 cents? Let's use our fingers. 1 finger is worth 1 penny. 1 penny is worth 1 cent. So how many pennies do we need to get 5 cents? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Exchange 1 nickel for 5 pennies. All right, flip your page over. All right, circle the coins to show the same value. 1 dime. How much is a dime? Blow it into your hand. Release it. Great job, 10 cents. Circle the coins to show the same value. Which coins give us 10 cents? Well, this we know is a quarter. That's too much. We don't need that. This is a nickel, so we could use that. 5. These are pennies. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's our 10 cents. 1 nickel. 1 nickel is worth 5 cents. We have a dime, which is worth 10 cents. That's too much. We don't want to use that one. We have some pennies. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies is 5 cents, which is equal to a nickel. I want you guys to do 7, 8, and 9 all by yourself because you're smart and you're ready. Okay, so on number 7, we have a quarter. It's worth 25 cents. Number 8, we have a dime. It's worth 10 cents. And number 9, we have a quarter. It's worth 25 cents. So you're going to find the coins in this section to equal 25 cents and circle them. You're going to find coins in this section to equal 10 cents and circle them. You're going to find coins in this section to equal 25 cents and circle them. So you guys do that really quickly on your own. And I'm going to go ahead and flip to the next page while you work on that. if you're not finished, that's okay. You can go back to it in a little bit right now. I want you to go ahead and flip over to page 217. And it says draw 5 ways to pay for this little keychain that's 25 cents. Draw pennies as a circle with 1, nickels as a circle with 5, dimes as a circle with 10, and quarters as a circle of 25. So, let's start with the easiest way to pay for this keychain. Let's do 1 coin, okay? If we were going to pay for the keychain with 1 coin, which coin would we use? Blow it into your hand, release it. Great job, a quarter. So we will draw our circle with a 25 in it. 1 quarter. All right, what's another way to pay? If we need 25 cents, let's start with our next big one. Our next most valuable coin is 10 cents. So let's do a 10 cent, a dime, that's 10. Another dime would be 20, and a nickel, 5, 10, 25, 25 cents. So we could use 2 dimes and a nickel. If we wanted to exchange one of our dimes for 2 coins, which 2 coins would equal 10 cents? So let's keep a dime. We're going to keep a dime. We're going to break this dime into 2 coins. All right, great job. So if I had 2 nickels, 2 nickels is the same as 1 dime. So here I have a dime, 2 nickels, 10, 15, 20, and 1 more nickel would be 25. So that's another way. A dime and 3 nickels is also 25 cents. 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's 25 cents. Let's bring our dime down and our 2 nickels. And if I wanted to break this nickel into 5 coins, what 5 coins would I use? If I want to break that nickel down, good job, pennies. If I had 5 pennies, 5 pennies is 5 cents. 1 nickel is 5 cents. So 5 pennies is equal to 1 nickel. Let's count our money. We have a dime, 10, 2 nickels, and 5 pennies. 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Very good. So let's break this dime down into how many nickels? 2. 2 nickels. We can bring these nickels down. And let's put these 5 pennies back to 1 nickel. Remember, 5 pennies is the same as 1 nickel because 5 pennies is 5 cents and 1 nickel is 5 cents. Now let's count our money. We have all nickels. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We have 25 cents. So there is 5 ways to pay for a 25-cent keychain. We can use 1 quarter, 2 dimes and a nickel, 1 dime and 3 nickels, 1 dime, 2 nickels, and 5 pennies, or 5 nickels. And if you want to get out the real money and play around with that to see if there's other combinations, and there are, then that would be fun. All right, let's flip over to page 218. All right. We are going to circle the correct answer. In our example, it says 1 dime or penny has a value of 10 cents. And they circled dime because the dime has a value of 10 cents. 1 dime has a value of 10 cents. Number 15, 1 dime or quarter has a value of 25 cents. Which one is the value of 25 cents? A dime or a quarter? Blow it into your hand, release it. Great job, the quarter. All right. A blank is greater than a nickel. A dime or a penny. Which one is greater than a nickel? Good job. A dime. A dime is worth 10. A nickel is worth 5. And a penny is worth 1, so it's not greater than a nickel. A blank is less than a nickel. A penny or a dime. Which one is less than a nickel? Blow it into your hand. Release it. Good job. A penny. A penny is less than a nickel. 2 nickels can be exchanged for 1 dime or a quarter. So let's draw our 2 nickels. These are our nickels. And how much is a nickel worth? Good job, 5 cents. I have 2 nickels. They're each worth 5 cents. I can exchange them for 1 dime or 1 quarter. Let's check. 5, 10. So if 2 nickels is worth 10 cents, I can exchange it for my dime. Fill in the blanks. Blank nickels can be exchanged for 1 quarter. Okay, so we know a quarter is worth 25 cents. How many nickels do I need to equal 25 cents? Let's use our fingers. Each finger is 1 nickel, and nickels are worth 5 cents. Very good. So, 5 cents each finger. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How many nickels do I need to get a quarter? Good job, 5. Because 5 nickels is equal to 25 cents, and a quarter is equal to 25 cents. How many pennies can be exchanged for 1 dime? Remember, a dime is worth 10 cents. A penny is worth 1 cent. How many pennies do I need to equal 1 dime? Each finger is a penny. I need 10 cents. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many pennies do I need to make 1 dime? Good job, I need 10 pennies. Because 10 pennies equals 10 cents. 1 dime equals 10 cents. That makes those equal. Great job today, guys. I ask that you get the real money out, play store, play something, and get to practicing with that money. It's been great to see you today. I miss you, and I can't wait till we come back to school. Bye, guys.